Mr. Pitti, now joining us live on the broadcast. Very good afternoon to you and thank you for speaking to Republic. What was your first reaction when you heard those remarks and read about it from the Maldivian ministers and how they went on to insult our Prime Minister?
Firstly, thank you for having me on your show. Since last 3 days, we all have been seeing the things which have been said about our country and our honorable Prime Minister. I believe that the suspension of those ministers is not good enough. Maldives is primarily running on tourism. 30% of their GDP comes from tourism, and India substantially adds to their tourism. Now, if they did not care enough about that business, so should we not. And as a company which is always nation first, we have decided to take a stance on it. In fact, I was the first one, among the first ones to tweet about when our honorable Prime Minister decided to post pictures of Lakshadweep. I have personally been to Lakshadweep. It's a beautiful location. And I requested people to consider Lakshadweep as an option without saying anything about Maldives. Our Prime Minister did not mention Maldives in any of his pictures, any of his tweets. And yet Maldives seemed provoked. And as a company, as an individual, which is very, very honored to be a citizen of the country, we have decided to take this stance of not allowing bookings for 3 lakh passengers who go on annual basis to Maldives.
For a CEO of a company, from the revenue point of view, how difficult was it to take this decision, and what makes you take this decision with utmost ease, as you say that the goal is nation first for your company?
See, EaseMyTrip is known for making decisions which are customer first, which are nation first. During the pandemic times when people were struggling to get their refunds, EaseMyTrip decided to give 130 crores worth of refund from our cash reserves before even we got money from the airlines and from the hotels. So we have always taken decisions which are people first, nation first. So for us, we know that nation and people always pay back. As a company which has completely homegrown, we are one of the only travel companies which are bootstrapped, which has never raised any fundings from any external investors. There are no, we are one of the only travel companies which has no investors from outside India. And we believe we take it as a matter of pride that it was our duty as a second largest travel portal to promote what we already have within. We really believe that there are so many hidden gems like Lakshadweep. It would be my sincere request to our honorable Prime Minister to take some vacations out of his busy schedule, to visit locations like Lakshadweep. There are many places like Jawai, Davaki, which have not gotten its due. And it would be my request to our PM Modi, with the kind of reach he has, he should visit those locations, he should promote them on his social media. And India can easily have 20-30 new hot tourist destinations, which can be a worldwide destination. And I believe our PM can do wonders in creating huge tourism opportunity for our country.
In fact, Lakshadweep, talking about it to be specific, has seen the highest internet search in the last 3 days ever since the story broke. With your company tracking numbers, how do you see the traction and the interest in Lakshadweep going up?
No, it has been crazy, right? Not just for Lakshadweep, but also for Ayodhya. For both these locations, which are a national importance at this particular moment, the number of searches, the number of the enthusiasm to travel to these locations have gone up dramatically, because of which in the last 2-3 days, we have also spoken to various airlines to request them to create direct connectivity for Lakshadweep. Ayodhya's airport was made in records time. We believe that, with whatever is happening right now, Indian government is going to go all in on Lakshadweep and is going to create wonderful infrastructure in Lakshadweep, which could be better than Maldives or any other international tourist destination. And we believe that it's a matter of time that this Lakshadweep will become one of the hot tourist destinations.
Like your company has taken a strong position, several prominent personalities in the country have also spoken very strongly about it, and Maldives is facing a lot of flack. Do you think that other travel portals and companies should also follow suit, and it is important that we stand together on this matter?
Well, this will be my sincere request to other travel portals, to airlines, to basically always think of nation first and business later. We believe that business can follow if the nation is prospering. And as an individual, I can only request for them to consider promoting Lakshadweep. At EaseMyTrip.com, we have launched 5 packages for Lakshadweep, which have crazy discounts on it. We have also created packages for Ayodhya. We would want people to consider those packages. We would want people to explore the places which we have during the pandemic times as well. When after the pandemic, when there was a bar on traveling internationally, we had created a list of 50 destinations which are not touched within India, which are almost untouched. And that list is also available on EaseMyTrip.com. As the second largest travel portal, we thought that we owe it to the country and to take this stance, and here we are.
Like you're saying that there are a lot of hidden gems when it comes to the travel destinations in our country. Given how the story is particularly picking traction, this is also a good time when we put our focus on India as a strong tourist destination. How do you think that the government, along with web portals like yours, should really work in this direction? And what are the suggestions you would make?
See, I believe that the government is already working in this direction. There are far more number of highways which have been created in the last 10 years than the 60 years previously. There are 100 new airports which are upcoming in this country in the next decade. There is no other country in the world which can claim to create 100 new airports in the next decade. Last year, about 120 million passengers flew from India. In the decade later, this number is anticipated to be 360 million. So it's a fabulously growing opportunity, and we believe that EaseMyTrip is well poised to grow along with this opportunity and serve the country. And overall, I can name so many travel destinations which I have personally been to, which are far, far better. For example, there's a small village in Rajasthan called as Jawai, where leopards and humans have learned to live peacefully together. There are more than 100 leopards who have never hunted for humans in the last century, and humans have also not hunted for leopards. You can easily sight leopards in Jawai when you go over there. This could be, better experience than the Kenya or the Masamasai where people go from India. There's so many places where the destinations could be far, far better than the international destinations. It's just that people are not aware of it. And we are looking forward to help grow this company and, increase the GDP contribution which tourism offers to this country in the future.
And lastly, before I let you go, I would like you to reflect on the drop in numbers when it comes to the interest in going to Maldives as a travel destination. We understand that more than 10,000 bookings from Indians in particular have been cancelled with these developments. How do you see that really dipping for Maldives?
So, as I said, that almost 30% of the GDP of Maldives is tourism dependent, and India contributes almost 12% of that. Now, I believe that's a very substantial number for any country. And especially when India has taken this stance, I believe that there might be few more other countries who might actually also take a stance, something like this. And overall, the objective for EaseMyTrip is not so much about anti-Maldives, but to promote as much as we can promote places like Lakshadweep or Andaman Nicobar within our country. And all thanks to our Honorable PM for making this as a very hot topic for youth of India to debate and take a notice of the hidden gems which exist in our country.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And on that note, Mr. Pitti, I'd like to thank you for speaking to Republic this afternoon.
Thank you.